LaFond, how we feeling?
Time to get you drunk, my friend.
At the bar, he's taking notes, and he said, that's how Rob does it.
Exactly.
That's how he does it.
Here in Parque Poblado with Paule. Give me like the full intro. I want to hear like a little bit of, just a little bit of your backstory and a little bit of your intro.
Yeah, for sure, guys. So yeah, Paule Theodorou, born and raised Toronto, Canada. I've been down here in Medellin for the last 3 years. I actually haven't left in 3 straight years, which is the craziest part.
That's an accomplishment.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy too, because I didn't really come here with the idea or the plan whatsoever to actually stay here full time. It was just something that happened, and the rest was history. But yeah, you know, former, I guess, corporate kind of world thing, right? Like I used to do that whole 9-to-5 thing. But I've created my business now, and I've been living nomadically over the last, I'd say 7 years or so. Yeah, 7 years or so.
That's cool, man. I have a lot of respect. I like to hear that because it's like you came here and you stayed. Yeah. That's fucking cool. That's an accomplishment because I get messages now that like my YouTube channel is starting to grow. People are hitting me up for stuff. I do like consultants for like $75 an hour. People have questions. I know a lot of fucking shit. Yeah. It's a shame that I haven't been doing a video channel, like YouTube channel earlier. Yeah, for sure. Because I started my business. I got lawyers, I got accountants. So like I went through all these processes, and now I'm starting to give all that information and share that with people. But when I hear someone, they say like, I came here and I stayed, that's an accomplishment. Yeah. Because everyone's like planning to come here. There's all these guys messaging me online like, how do you do it? How do you say I'm planning, I'm saving money, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I'm like, bro, you want to come, just fucking come and figure it out.
And that's really what it is, man. Like for real, like I said, I didn't come here with a plan whatsoever. And maybe that's a characteristic trait. Some people have that, some don't. Yeah. I'm like, hey, let me land, figure this shit out, you know, when I get there kind of thing, right? Yeah. But I also knew I came here with like the plan to hustle, better myself. It wasn't just to come here and party and just be in a different country. Because if you're trying to leave or escape your problems, you're just going to take them with you, right? So when I came here, even though I didn't know anybody, I didn't speak the language, I looked at that as a challenge, but one that I was willing to take on, and one that was I knew going to put me in a situation to better myself in all aspects and areas of life. Because I'm 30 now, right? I just turned 30 last May.
Bro, you're a baby.
Bro, are you?
44, man.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Oh man, okay, I am a baby. But man, if we're not working, we're not bettering ourselves at this point in our lives, like what are we doing at that point? So that's kind of how I saw it. Yeah,
and you're also a part, it's called Fit and Sip, right?
Yeah, Fit and Sip.
And so I like to hear about that, and I saw that you and Brian were doing that. You guys are homies, and I like that, you know, the concept and everything that you guys are doing as well. Because myself, I came here and I'm like one of the few people who came to Medellin. Like I didn't come here to blow out the party. Like I don't do cocaine, I don't do drugs, I don't drink. And like I like to do healthy stuff, but I like the culture here. For sure. And so that's another thing I like, that people come out here like, we're just gonna come here and like grind, like do cool shit, make content, like you said, better yourself. And it's not all just drinking and partying. Like I saved a bunch of money, now I'm gonna get a bunch of blow and prostitution and like, you know what I mean? Like I actually came here to work and to do stuff that's cool. For sure, man. And I'll be like just vulnerably honest, just for your viewers, like I was 100% part of that stereotype the first year. The first year, that's what it was. In fact, I lived on a street right over there where I'll show you. We'll walk through after, I think. It was an absolute like party street. And for the first year, it worked for me because I was a part of the party. But after that, I was like, all right, it's time to actually get the fuck out of here. And you know, start doing some real things. I mean, a lot of people do that. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like when you move here, you know, it's like it's new abundance of like just everything. Of, you know what I mean? The best of anything. Like you just like arrived in like for sure. Candyland or whatever you want to call it. But don't be a scumbag though. Don't be part of that stereotype. Medellin has so much to offer for so many different types of people. Find your groove, find your family. That's one thing that I was super blessed with. I connected with the right people at the right time, and honestly built like a winning social circle, I'd say, within the first 30 to 60 days. And that's why I'm here, bro. It's the people. It's not because the landscape's beautiful, Latinas and shit. I'm past that stage in my life, you know? It's the people, local and foreigners, who I've become family here with. That's what it is. That's cool, man. I love to hear that. All right, well, let's maybe like start. We'll walk over to the spot you're talking about. We'll kind of tell a little story and just. For sure. So I don't know if you guys know Medellin or not, but this is Parque Poblado. This is a very central area. For me, this was a great starting like landing point, just because I call it the triangle. Everything's walking distance. It's home, office, gym. Home, office, gym. This worked for me. This was the routine.
Right there's the church that I started to go to.
Okay.
Are you familiar with this area, dude?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't spend a lot of time in Poblado.
Okay.
But I owned a store that was in Provenza.
Okay.
For a few years.
Yeah.
My clothing brand. So I came up here for that, and you know, I worked here Sundays, and I had my staff working here.
Nice, dude.
So I know a little bit.
Yeah, Provenza is literally a 10-minute walk that way. If you go that way where we're facing, that's like Envigado, Sabaneta.
Oh, that's good yeah.
That's the south. The north is behind us. That's like Bejo and sketchy areas.
Yeah, that's like over there is like Santa Fe, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, actually,
exactly.
I knew that. I come here all the time, but I didn't actually put together that's south and that's Envigado.
Yeah, you know what, dude? I learned this like maybe like 5 months ago, even though I've been here for 3 years, because of where my house is. The view, I see everything. Yeah. So I had one local friend come here and he was like, you know, you can see everything from your balcony. I was like, okay, so educate me. He's like, well, that's El Tesoro, that's Santa Fe, that's Bevo and Envigado. I was like, oh shit, I can actually see everything here.
It's good to know that. It's like it's like basic information that people could know when they first moved here, but I'm like the same thing. I was like, in one of my videos, I'm like trying to describe which way San Juan goes, but I'm like, I actually don't know if it's north to south or what. Yeah. It's like you have to like, yeah, you have to orient yourself.
Yeah. So. And it's good to know, man, because like, fucking, are we allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool, I don't know. It's good to know, man, because like, Poblado or Medellin is a safe area, but if you don't know where you're going or what direction, you can definitely end up in the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah.
But yeah, check this out. So this is the beginning of the street right here. If we come and see these two buildings, this is where it literally all started for me. When I was back in Toronto, this was the most exciting part about this, bro. Back in Toronto, before I booked the flight, I was looking at different areas and where I was gonna stay. And I found the Airbnb listing at this apartment here. And so I messaged the guy, he seemed like a cool dude. I was like, all right, I'll book it for 30 days. It was a minimum book for 30 days right off the rip. And I was like, I don't know, should I do that? Because you know, sometimes you book an Airbnb, it's in the wrong area, the fucking water doesn't work, something happens, right?
Yeah.
I took the risk on it, and the guy who is the owner, he lives over there.
Okay.
And his name's Dave, and he's like my best friend. He was the first person that I met to this day, and he was my Airbnb host, and this was where it literally all started, this street.
Okay.
It's cool because Dave has like a bunch of apartments within both of these buildings. There's like 3 there, there's 4 here. This one right here, where it has the terrace with the graffiti on it.
Okay.
I was hoping to get the key, but it's occupied right now. So maybe we can make a part 2 one day. I don't know.
Of course, yeah. We can do multiple segments, no problem.
But yeah, man, like you can see, dude, this is like super chill right now during the day. But Friday, Saturday, you're not going to bed. Like this is this ain't like a normal street by any means.
Yeah. So I'm guessing Dave is he's an American guy.
He's actually Australian.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Australian American, yeah.
Okay, very cool.
But this was the cool part, because like this is also why I stayed here for so long on this street. I had my apartment there, and then I got my friend, who was also my business partner at the time, the apartment on the upper floor. So we would hang out here, we would go up, we would go over to Dave's, and then I also rented the office over at Messiah. Yeah, so it's literally like I was saying, that triangle: house, office, gym, and it was just like boom, boom, boom.
We had like kind of a similar thing going on, which is interesting, because I'm a Laurel's boy. Like I've been in Laurel's the whole time. I never lived in Poblado.
But it's flat.
We can still hang out though.
We can still hang. All right. I didn't know. I didn't know.
And it's like a little rift.
Yeah.
I say that like but
I get it. I get it, man. Hey, dude, everybody's like, dude, you've been here for 3 years. Like, why are you still living in Poblado? Because everybody goes like outside the city in Envigado or other areas. I love my triangle, dude. I don't know, you know, it works for me. I've always been a city boy, so like for me, I get a little wigged out when it's too quiet. Like I'm like, feels off.
I literally live in the old folks part of town, like in the old part of Laureles.
There you go.
Where there's like my neighbors are like in their 70s. I'm
Okay.
like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
But
Destino.
But I had a similar thing, like a similar story as you did. Like I kind of started off in an area, I was like closer to La 70, the 70.
Yeah.
And so it's like a little bit more of a party area. Like I was trying to get my bearings, and like I was accepted that I was like part of that noise.
Right. Yeah.
I actually had a place, and there was a tienda, like a corner tienda across the street, and they put their speaker like not facing inside of them, but they face it like on the corner at my window.
Yeah.
So I'm like listening to like boleros like Monday night, like 11 p.m. and I'm looking down there and there's like 2 drunk guys craps on the table. Like, I'm like, yo, you gotta fucking lower this down a little bit just so I can like please live. I have to do other shit tomorrow.
Trust me, dude.
Yeah. And so, but it's interesting. I had a kind of a similar thing. It was like I started out kind of a party area, you know, found my thing. I had my gym, which was near Cafe Revolucion. I was actually making a video where I went to it. Now it's a webcam studio. It used to be a fucking...
Like an actual webcam agency?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
It used to be a 360 gym, and now it's a webcam agency.
My ex-girlfriend probably works there.
There you go.
No, I'm joking. Shots fired.
But yeah. There you go.
Joking. It was a joke.
But it's a kind of similar thing. We kind of had like, I had my like little areas and I stayed to that section.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like, again, this works, right? I think I'm starting to entertain the idea of like, what does life 15 minutes, 20 minutes out of the city look like? And when I move there, I want to have one of those houses where it has like a fucking pool, infinity pool overlooking the city. Or something to that caliber. That's what the goal is here, honestly. I want to have a family here. I want to get settled down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm serious about it, bro. I'm 30.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, I better get on that. Please stay tuned for part 2 with Paule coming up in the next few weeks. My name is Rob LaFond, an audiovisual producer based out of Medellin, Colombia. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, and stay tuned for more epic adventures. See you in the next one.